Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Knoxville is here in-house.
How are you?
Very good. Welcome to town.
Thank you.
How do you even get to, the level you're at now? When did it even start that you were out doing stunts? What was the first stunt where you thought, man, this is kind of me?
I was writing articles for different underground mags, and one of the magazines was called Big Brother. It's a skateboarding magazine owned by Larry Flint, and I did an article on self-defense equipment where I tested different types of self-defense equipment on myself.
You were kind of a guinea pig?
Yeah, I was the guinea pig, and the editor, Jeff Tremaine, who now does Jackass with Spike Jonze and I, convinced me to film it, and then just put it in the video and kind of went from there.
You just started picking up different stunts, and all of a sudden you had the idea, a TV show would be good.
No, we had no idea. We didn't intend for it to be a TV show. We were just doing it as skateboard videos, but someone approached us, and someone approached me, and I told them no. Then I approached Jeff, and he approached Spike, and so we decided to do it.
Now, the stunts in the movie, Johnny, were they done specifically for the movie, or were they some of the stunts from the show?
No. It's all the stuff we couldn't show you on the show. We wrote all new ideas for the film and took some ideas that we had for the show, but couldn't even entertain because it was on television.
So these weren't outtakes or things you didn't use on the show, but stuff that were too extreme for the show.
Yeah, no, these are ideas that were too much for the show, and then we took some of those ideas and wrote a bunch of new ones, and we went to Japan, Mexico, England, all over the United States filming and getting really drunk.
Well, you guys got kind of squashed on MTV because of the show being so edgy and people trying to imitate it and mimic it, and it seems like it just kind of got pushed aside. You don't think you'll get that kind of heat in a movie?
No, we have an R rating, and so we took full advantage of that so we could show it to a different audience, and we weren't restrained by the same things that we were on the television show.
The TV show, it was taken off the air, and there was a lot of controversy surrounding it. And would you have wanted it to continue, and if so, for how many years? It almost seems like that kind of show is the kind of show you do it for a certain amount of time, and then you let it live in people's memories before it starts getting, you can only top yourself so many times. Yeah,
I was always of the feeling it should last a shorter amount of time than longer, and we were only on the air 9 months, and then I quit because Washington came down on MTV, and MTV came down on us, and I was like, you know what, this is not what it's supposed to be. But the movie is everything the show should have been. So,
you could almost take the franchise into doing more, Jackass 2, Jackass 3. You could do...
No, this is it.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Well, just wait till you see the first weekend box office
when the receipts come in.
Mr. Knoxville.
Right.
I'm done.
You've been in some other movies, though, so I see, like, Hollywood knocking on your door now for some just...
I'm doing some other films, but and it's not even a matter that a lot of people said I quit the show because of the film, but I didn't. I quit the show because it was no longer any fun with all that was going on. But the movie, God, we had a lot of fun.
Now, was there a stunt that you did that you got hurt so bad that you said, screw it, that's it, I'm not doing this anymore?
No. It's like you don't even really care about the pain as long as the bit's funny. So that never really I quit. No, nothing like that.
But now you're doing legit stuff, which you've done some, but you've done some legitimate acting roles,
like Men in Black 2 and
Men in Black 2. The rest, were pretty dismal.
Do you think you have a lower threshold of pain than the average person?
A lower threshold of pain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to it. Especially if we're filming something, The
adrenaline takes over, right?
And plus you're hungover from the night before, and I guess the booze mixes with the adrenaline, and then you get a high.
Oh, dude, we saw a videotape of the rap party. The Andrew WK video of the rap party for that movie.
Awesome.
Tell us about that party, because that looked like it went on for about 4 days.
We filmed that, about an hour and a half outside of town, and amazingly, usually there's just dudes around, but actually girls showed up that night, which was weird for Jackass. But Andrew WK is hilarious. He doesn't use verbs. He only speaks in nouns. He's like, Jackass, video, fun, Tarzan, smash. But he's so psyched to be doing whatever he's doing at that time. He's honorary Jackass. We filmed a thing called The Backyard Barbecue with him, and he ended up getting escorted out of the barbecue with his nose bloodied, and he was grinning widely. But he's a good guy.
Have you ever done a really killer stunt and something bad happened to the tape?
Oh.
Yeah, we lose because we're really incompetent, so we lose footage left and right.
That has to suck hard.
You look over and go, dude, you get that? Oh, man, it wasn't on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was filming for the Big Brother videos, I got hit by a car, and we had Rick Cossack, who films for the show and the movie, in the car to get the angle from inside the car.
Uh-huh.
So a car comes, I get hit, fly up in the air, and I'm brushing myself off afterwards, and we go, everyone, okay, Dimitri, did you get it? Yeah. Cossack, did you get it? Did you get it, Cossack? No. I was like, he got nervous and hit the steel frame button. I'm like, what are you talking about?
He needed his ass kicked at that point.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we've seen Brad Pitt in some of y'all's episodes. How did he get involved with Jackass?
He was a fan apparently, and I saw him at a party on July 4th, and I told him, I said, look, I'm quitting the show in a couple weeks. Do you want to be on the last show? And he said, sure. And he came out and hung out with us half a day, and was really cool. And he couldn't have been any nicer, really.
Talking to Johnny Knoxville. Johnny, how'd you find Steve-O?
Oh, jeez. I think Dimitri found him at a skate demo in Florida. Steve-O, please, God, don't try this, what Steve-O did. He had someone he put hairspray on his head and had someone blow a fireball with rubbing alcohol on his head. Do not do that. And he blew the fireball on his head, and his hair was on fire, and he did a backflip, and the guy blew the fireball into Steve-O's face, so he couldn't put it out.
Oh my God.
He couldn't get the fire out, and finally they got the fire out, and his face was just peeling off, and an ambulance came, but while he was waiting for the ambulance, he was doing backflips and walking on his hands for everyone waiting for the ambulance. Dimitri was like, oh God. And then we went to when the show started, he was working at a circus inside a flea market in Florida. Really trashy circus inside a flea market. And he was a clown up there with John Wayne Gacy for Scary Clowns.
Right.
And
that's redundant.
We got him fired from the circus, then he came to work with us.
Yeah, he's quite a piece of work.
We had him on last week. He's very funny.
Yeah, dude. Got any weed? That's his first question to everyone. He asked if they have any weed.
He was talking about some woman in Atlanta. The minute he found out he was on in Atlanta, that some woman was going to come get him baked at the airport, and that she never came, so he was upset.
Well, it turned out it was one of our former interns, as it turns out.
Really?
You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Have you ever come up with an idea that they had to talk you out of, or somebody had to talk you out of, and they said, dude, this is not a good idea, I'm telling you, you don't want to do this?
Yeah, there's been a few times that's happened, but once you commit to doing a stunt, you pretty much have to go through with it.
Well, like what? I mean, because I'm sure you guys have meetings, whatever those look like, where you say, how about if we do this, how about if we do that? What are a couple that you suggested that people said, well, not even we can do this one?
Well, I know for the Big Brother video, I shot myself with the .38 while wearing a bulletproof vest, and everyone tried to talk me out of that. But
what'd that feel like?
Someone hit you in the chest with a shovel while you were looking the other way. Mm-hmm. It hurt. And then one thing that we tried to do for the movie we couldn't do, which was most of the time if we suggested an idea, they tried to find a way for us to do it. But one we suggested, we saw a clip of a guy's head going up an elephant's ass. And so we're like, Steve-O, we suggested,
You're sitting around at the meeting, everyone looks at Steve-O. We have this elephant bit.
So Steve-O was up for it, and so we were going to shove Steve-O's head up an elephant's ass, but they wouldn't go for that. What? But other than that, we shot the moon. Well, they were afraid the elephant would get up and start running with Steve-O hanging at his ass, which wouldn't have been unfunny.
That would have been funny.